Hey, my super beautiful, lovely, gorgeous souls. Lizzie the Lightworker here. So today, guys, I am bringing you a viewer's request. It's going to be for Pisces divine male and a Leo divine female. So I thank you guys so much for your requests. I try to get them done as quickly as possible. I am getting rather busy with private readings. I will leave a link in the description box for that if you're interested in one. I will also leave a link in the description box for Twin Flame Separation Support Group, which is coming together nicely. It's a small group so far, but it's a place that I created for people to come and vent and talk about their experiences in separation because it is so difficult. And I like to put information in there for you guys to have, sort of pull some cards every once in a while. And I'll do readings live once we get the group numbers up. So if you're interested, check it out. So, but for now, let's get into this. So with our Pisces divine male, I want to talk about his energy here, okay? And 90% of these are in separation. And also, if they read in reverse to you, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to ask for a separate reading. The messages are going to come to you the way they need to, okay? So sometimes I'll be reading and a Leo will say, well, the Pisces side makes more sense for me. That's fine. Let it stay that way. Keep it that way because the messages were meant for you, okay? All right, so I feel like he's overcome the greater part of the sadness over this separation. I feel like he's just in a little bit better of a place. I feel like in the past, this was like so devastating to him, losing her, feeling like lonely because of missing her, wanting to be in her presence. I feel like there was cruel words or that had a lot to do with it, like arguing, or I feel like, maybe backstabbed some way. I feel like to me, it left him in a rock bottom place where he was so sad, so devastated, so upset that he couldn't pull himself back together. But being a strong man and sensitive, I feel like he was able to balance his emotions and come out of this a bit. I feel like he was able to unlet some of his emotions, release some of the emotions, and sort of empty out those parts of himself that he was holding on to that were so painful and get his shit back together, okay? Get his head back together. And I do feel like now he's just more concerned with, I'm gonna do me, I'm gonna work on my job, my money, I'm gonna get all my shit right, be around my family, do those things that might help me get through this, okay? I feel like he wanted her to be a part of that. He wanted her to be maybe his wife and save money and build something together and have a house someday and retirement money put away. That's what I'm feeling. To me, he may still be reflecting on that, but I feel like it's not going to stop him from wanting to do it for himself either. Okay. He's working on it for himself just in general. Okay. Not that he's not thinking about, all the past stuff. I feel like he's let go of that quite a bit, but he's working on saving his money, doing what he's got to do for him. He's working on the loyalties he has with people. Okay. I feel like family is very important to him right now. He's getting a comfort from that, a sense of comfort from that. Okay. But ultimately that is what he wants in life. He wants a family. He wants kids. He wants retirement money. He wants to maybe buy a house. He wants to grow old with someone, okay? He wants the comforts of home with someone, okay? Like a homebody type energy, okay? Where he has enough to share with his wife, his partner, okay? That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm picking up on here. And that is his main goal in life, okay? To have enough money, to be successful, yes, all that. But he wants to share it. He wants to build something with someone, okay? So that could have been why, what caused the separation a little bit here. So let's talk about our divine female. All right, so the card's coming out for her. I feel like she might have been a bit immature with love. I feel like she didn't maybe have the right emotions for him. I don't necessarily feel like she didn't want a family because I feel like she does. She might have just felt obligated. I don't know. I'm getting a sense she made a false promise to him or she made him think that that's what she wanted too. I feel like she knows she might have messed up a little bit here and she's regretful and sad about it. And I feel like she feels like she owes him an apology. I do feel like she wants to reach out to him and that she's looking for him. I feel like on social media, she's trying to find him. But she doesn't have enough confidence to go through with it just yet. I feel like, ultimately her goal too is to have the family life kind of thing, but not, it wasn't at the time that she met him, okay? I feel like he made her feel this way. In other words, she never thought about being with anybody like that. Family, kids, the whole shebang. With him, she did. And it woke her up in her head somehow like, oh my God, I don't want this with anybody else but him. Okay, if that makes any sense. In other words, she never gave a damn about family, commitment. I feel like meeting him, she's like, oh my God, yeah, I want that with him. It made her think about the future. It made her think about marriage. It made her think about kids. It made her think about life like that, growing old. Now she's depressed about it. Now she wants it back and she doesn't know if she can get it back. And she's sort of like longing, sort of lingering in these feelings. She feels like, she might need to apologize for some of her behaviors, or maybe not seeing eye to eye or wanting that same thing that he wanted. But I feel like she might have learned a little bit of a lesson here. And, there could have been a little bit of playing around with emotions here. That's what I'm feeling like. It could have been part of the reason why he felt so defeated is that he does not want his emotions played with. A Pisces man, Cancer man, Scorpio, they are very emotional men. They don't want their emotions played with, okay? They won't tolerate it. It bothers them greatly, okay? They will give you multiple chances for love. They will take you back kind of people. But if they feel like you're going to play with their emotions, they're not having it. I mean, they'll slam the door in your face. So, take people's emotions seriously. It's like, learn from that. Would you want to be treated that way? Absolutely not. So I don't know if that's part of the reason, why it wasn't good, or it felt like it wasn't going to work out, or they just were in different vibrations at that time. But yeah, she's sad about it. She's rather sad about it. She's almost like beating herself up about it. But don't drive yourself crazy about it. If it didn't feel right at the time, it just didn't feel right at the time. There was growth and changes that needed to happen. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they will reunite. I'm getting a strong sense of that. I feel like he's going to go looking for her, okay? I don't think she should go looking for him. Let him come to you, okay, Divine Female? Do not go looking for him. Let him come to you. There's something about he wants a pursuit. He likes the chase. He's wanting a pursuit for you, okay? I'm just going to take a sip of my drink. Yeah, I feel like it makes him sort of proud. Like he wants to feel like very manly, like the knight in white shining armor, sort of riding up on you. And there's something about that. I feel like he's accomplished some things as well in life. He's made some accomplishments that he wants to share with you or tell you about. He's like wants to not brag, but he wants to tell you, and he wants you to be a part of it. Okay. I think ultimately he does want you to be a part of his life, Divine Female. I just feel like he's made some good accomplishments. Yeah, he's coming back with an offer of love, okay? He can't forget you. He is in such a place that he cannot forget you. He has a young heart. He has a young approach with love, like a youthful approach to love, very romantic. I feel like that's how he is. Songs and poems and sonnets, like if you can think of that type of a guy, okay, that'll pour his heart out to you. I feel like he did that in the past, and because you weren't ready for that, that's what killed him. That's what hurt him. But he's ready to take another chance. I feel like, if this is not in union yet, it will be in reunion soon, okay? I don't know. I feel like, he may be in the process of figuring out what he wants to say to his Divine Female, or what he wants to do, or how he wants to approach this. I feel like he's had a few more maybe experiences with love, or learned some lessons in love that made him more mature and stronger, and strengthened his beliefs in what he wants and needs. And I feel like he was definitely giving his Divine Female space, and it hurt him that all this time he's thought about her, and all he really wanted was to have her in his life. But he may be coming back with that offer, okay? And it's going to have to be where you both let shit from the past go, okay? You can't carry stuff from the past into this now. This is a warning to not do that. And don't hold on to ideals of your old selves, or ideals of love, or, blame or shame or any of that. You've got to have to let go of that sort of stuff, and really focus in on what's important, okay? Yeah, because if you don't, it's going to be the end here, okay? It'll be another separation. I'm feeling like there could be time. I feel like these two people, They're going to meet, separate, meet, separate, meet, separate. It's going to keep happening, okay? That's what I'm getting towards the end here with this Tower. And it's like, if you don't fix the foundation of this, it's always going to be the Tower, okay? I feel like they both have to be completely honest with one another. If you don't want this or don't want commitment, you have to say it. I almost feel like she's led him on, okay? Led him on, made him think that, you know, she was going to be with him. I'm just going to take a sip. Sort of made it like, you know, I want what you want too, but deep down she might have been struggling with depression or anxiety or hiding things from him. Yes, I'm feeling like the foundations are very shaky on this one, okay? They need structure. The two of them need structure. If he feels this way about her and it's unrequited, she has to be the one to tell him to move on, okay? Because he's pursuing her. I think he will hold on from things from the past, okay? I think his approach with her, he may try only to do what's right. And it's still going to cause chaos. It's still going to cause separation, an argument, a fight, fussing, okay? I also don't know if all this occurred in the past and then this is the now. This is the separation, okay? It could resonate that way as well. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I feel like in some ways, both of them feels devastated in different ways, okay? Guilty maybe, sort of like sabotaged or stabbed in the back, feeling, wanting family life, wanting it to work. I feel like timing is a big thing here too with them. Like, you know, when he wanted it, she didn't, then she did, now she doesn't again. There's a lot of mixed and confused emotions here that are causing these Tower type moments. If you guys know what I mean. So I'm going to pull Oracle of the Moon. Queen of the Moon Oracle. Let's get one of these beauties out here. Let's see what we get. Okay, so we're getting self-love. So I'm going to put this here because that's where I feel like our divine female needs. So self-love, self-respect, learning to love everything about yourself, good and bad, learning to forgive yourself from things from the past. And I want to pull one out for our divine male and growth. So if anything has happened good, he has grown into a mature person. I feel like the growth has to continue for him, okay? Because I feel like some ways he's always going to revert back to that younger self where he's sort of nostalgic or a little bit, not childlike, but a little bit immature. And if these things don't happen, obviously, it's going to be continued Tower moments. So it's foundations, guys. It's the foundations here. The foundations need to be stronger in order for this to last. But I do feel like they will keep going around and around with this. Like, almost like continued, like breakups and reunitings. Okay, if that makes any sense. I'm going to pull one card from the universe has your back. Let's see what the universe wants you to know. Okay, hold on. When I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. Okay, so this has to do with your self-focus, how you love yourself, how you feel about yourself. Okay, guys? I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. Please like, please subscribe, please share, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Love and light.